insisted that I put him first. Of course. He threatened to ruin this movie if I didn't get him his, you know what, his little treats and his little walk. And oh my God, he's so demanding. Anyways,
Yes, he is.
Before we get started, someone asked why we ain't famous. Well, are you sharing our shit?
Are you sharing our shit?
Are you sharing our shit? Share our shit.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe and share, man. Let's, hey, see our shit. That's what I'm talking about, girl.
So this is one of my favorite paintings right here. I was so happy to do this one. And today we'll be drawing, sketching. What sketch doodling? That's a new thing we came up with. What do you want? No, go lay down.
That's a new verb.
Go lay down.
That's a new verb. Sketch doodling.
Go lay down, cause I gave you extra food. I gave you a bony.
No, you got enough, boy. Go lay your ass down.
He wants to go outside. He wants to go outside.
Well,
you can go outside, but
hey, folks, look, man.
Hear nothing from out there.
Y'all like hearing the truth. Y'all like hearing the truth, and hit the like button and share it, man, because we're gonna do our best to bring the truth every damn time.
Alrighty.
Let's go. And since the last time we chatted on this thing, there's been some ongoing retaliation. They don't like me they don't like me telling y'all what's going on behind these doors and these walls. They continue this little ongoing retaliation about it still in this building. But before we go into that stuff, I wanted to let my wife tell y'all and ask my wife a few questions about what the supporters of a prisoner go through.
Oh no, I thought we'd get into your stuff first, and then we'll follow up with that. I want to sit and listen to you first. All right, you got the floor.
Okay, well, then I'll go into what we've been dealing with as retaliation in these buildings since the last thing, real quick. It won't be that long because it's just more of the same. They continue.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They're now proactively trying to keep me and my friends from talking and from doing time and communicating together here, and keeping us away from each other in the dog kennel runs on the yard. There's 10 cages, and they'll put me in the front and my other buddy, cage number 5 or 6, intentionally with 3 or 4 trannies in between and a couple snitches. And they do that. They're doing that more now, and they said that for me to stop talking on here and they'll stop being dickheads. Well, I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop exposing the truth, And they shouldn't be dickheads anyway. They shouldn't keep up their shit, and they just don't want us to see eye to eye on anything. They don't want us to be together on anything, and they want to keep us right where we're at with all this crap that they're creating and that they're contriving and bullshit. I'll tell you this, people, man. Here at this prison at CSP SAC, they want nothing but beef to exist amongst people. They'll never want a smooth program. No matter what we say, right? No matter how, until we're blue in the face, we can tell them, everything's peaceful and everything's good to go, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to go work and contrive all types of shit behind the doors and propagate a bunch of fake news and shit like that. So it's been ongoing since I've been getting at y'all on here, man. And, so I'll leave that part right there. I'll leave that right there. Now, I was telling my wife earlier about the comparison of Pelican Bay CU and really my first time going up there years ago, 25 years ago, man, and how bleak of a life that was up there. And, when you first get there, it's all enclosed, and everything's on the inside. It's like a spider web almost, it's shaped. It's shaped like a spider web, like a half a spider web. And you walk down these halls, and they're like 90 yards to 100 yards long. These long, narrow hallways. And as you walk down these halls, you got a doorway on the left, a doorway on the right, doorway on the left, doorway on the right. Every 20 yards or so, every 30 yards or so, and those are buildings. And you wouldn't even know it if you just kept walking down the hall, right? And inside that building's you turn to the left, and then go in that doorway, it's a whole world in there, man. It's a whole world of 6 pods, A through F. And, each pod is 4 cells on the bottom, 4 cells on top. And I'll never forget when I got there, man, it was raining. It had been raining up there for about 6 days straight, 7 days straight. And I got there at nighttime, and man, I remember looking down that hallway, and I'm like, oh, shit, where's my mama? I was just a kid back then, and, you get in them pods, man, you can be forgotten real quick, because the only thing you got is Mel. But I was telling my wife earlier about the food comparison from there to here, and back then, the food was, at least up there, it was edible. You could eat it, it was edible, just not much, right? It wasn't that much. And here at CSP SAC,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You can't even eat the shit. Like I said in my last video, it'll gag a maggot. That's how bad it is. Tonight for dinner we had some chili macaroni, but it's not chili mac. It's fucking soybean mac. And the stench of it, it's just, you can't get over the stench. And once you smell it, you'll never forget that smell. And it's just inedible. Well, Pelican Bay, back in the days and from the whole time I was up there, at least you could eat the food, right? It just wasn't a whole bunch. And in Corcoran Shoe, the breakfasts were decent. And, you're at least going to get one good meal a day that you could eat. It was the dinners that really sucked. So you at least get breakfast up there that was decent down in Corcoran. Here, you'll go 4 or 5 days without being able to get a edible meal. It's that bad, You'll get 4 or 5 days of soybean and onions, I've never seen a place that puts onions inside of grits.
Raw onions.
I've never seen that before.
Raw.
Yeah, raw onions. Yeah, raw diced onions inside of grits. And this place doesn't. I've never seen it before, and I won't eat it. But the comparison, hands down, is probably everywhere in the system is better than this place. Like, it's disgusting here, So, I want to go ahead and move off that and move into this situation here where me and my friend was talking a while back about, giving you guys an example of how they want it to be friction all the time, and they don't want peace. So about a year and a half ago, because I'm ADA, I have a disability with my foot. I have what you call right foot drop. My foot I can push on the gas, I just can't pull it back up. And, I'm ADA, and there's 2 ADA cells in the building. And those cells are in another section. I live in G row. They are in E row, Echo row. And so I try to move over there into one of them cells because by rights I can be in one of them. I'm supposed to be. Well, they were going to move me in there, but they were going to uproot my friend and my co-defendant out of the section. And he lived 10 cells down the tier, 10 cells down away from me. And so they were going to move him from his cell and bring him all the way up here into this cell I'm in now. You know, into G row, from E row to G row. So, you know, they went to him and told him, hey, you're moving. And they go, we're bringing Scoops over here, and we're putting Scoops in the ADA cell, and you're moving. And he said, no, I'm not moving. I'm staying right here. And so the sergeant and them, they try to contrive a problem. And they told me what they were doing, and I said, that ain't happening. You're not going to fucking, you're not going to move my buddy, and I'm not going to move over there then. If you're going to play this shit, we're not doing it. So I squashed the move. And
wasn't that
that's the type.
Wasn't that during the time when the marshals said nobody could move anywhere too? And now that the marshals no longer have any control over you, they still won't let you be neighbors with your friends?
Right, that's right. But they said, though, the only way it could probably happen is for a medical reason. Well, so I'm ADA, and that is a medical issue, right? So I used it to try to move. And they were like, no. I mean, at first they were, no. But then when I said I'm ADA and I followed the 602 on the ADA stuff, they were going to do it. And now that I'm not no longer the feds, part of the marshal system, they still won't move me. You know, and then they said, oh, they'll move me, but they'll put me in the middle of a bunch of trannies and SNYs, you know, and I'm like, well, I'm already there. So why move me? You know? And, you know, I'm not going to move from one bad neighborhood to another fucked up neighborhood, and, you know, and it's like they just do not want nobody to get along. They want contrived beef amongst everybody, you know, and it's like we don't have a problem. We continue telling them we don't have no problems, people, and they don't want that. They want it to be beef. They want it to be problems. And so, like, you know, just to go to that guy and try to uproot him out of his cell and his comfort zone where he's at, you know, I mean, that's his little domain, right? And to do that, they wanted him to be pissed off. Well,
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He's seeing right through what they were doing. Okay, I'll call back.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I thought we were gonna do this in a different order, but that's okay. You know, it's not always easy coming up with good stuff that is much different.
An incarcerated individual asked the California State Prison for Prudhoe, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
All right, you there?
Yep.
So, all right, I'm back, folks. So check it out, man. They, you know, anyways, I ended up squashing the move back then so he wouldn't get, you know, uprooted out of his cell. Well, I tried again, and I asked them to do it recently because I'm no longer under the marshal's thumb. And they're like, nope, you ain't going nowhere. You're sitting right there. And then they said, well, we'll move you to another section. And they described where, and I know where they're going to try to do it. And it's just as bad as where I'm at. So I told them I'll stay put. You know, they just don't want us to be around other GP inmates, other GP convicts, and for all of us to get along. They just want to keep us all separated and play these games amongst us. Hey, I want to tell you guys something too, man. So we wake up this morning, all of us in the building. We all wake up, and guess what? our GTL tablet texting don't work on Father's Day. Can you imagine that? The damn thing don't want to work on Father's Day, so we couldn't send text or get text from our kids and loved ones and send it to our pops and shit. And even the the whole tier was pissed off about it. On Father's Day, they want to play these games with us. And, I think they're working now, but I'm not too sure. I haven't checked it in a minute. But can you imagine that, man? They got fired for doing that type of shit to us. They just don't want us to have nothing good, really, But, yeah, it's always something at this place, man. It's always something. Some type of retaliation for us using or exercising our 602s or our access to the courts. It's always something in this building, this CSP Sacramento, man. It's definitely a fucking retaliation spot for sure. Fucking when I was in Corcoran, I thought Corcoran was bad, right? I thought Corcoran was worse than anything I've ever seen. But I got here, and it would blow your mind because you think this is in Sacramento, right? And their headquarters right down the street, 10 miles down the highway, and you would think that they would be above board, on above table. They're worse off than I've ever seen anything. They're so bad here. They're worse than Pelican Bay corruption. I've never seen no shit like this. But, where they use everything. Pelican Bay did too. Pelican Bay did too. And up there, you expect it. Here you do. I mean, you kind of expect it, but you don't expect it's that bad. Where they set motherfuckers up to get killed and shit, boy. And then they'll fucking make you look like you're the one that did it, and you ain't had nothing to do with it. Or, they'll lie with impunity and get caught lying on this thing and with it, and nothing happens. That's the type of shit we're up against, But, anyway, any topics you want to talk about, baby girl?
This is your show, honey. I this is your deal.
Well, I think I want to, I want to keep it, even keel and keep you involved, and you're on here too, man, and this is us. So, and I know I'm educating the people on what's really going on. I came across something the other day. I was reading a rule in this Asker settlement where on the DRB shit in the RCGP program,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen a pattern since the settlement.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They're using that DRB stuff and putting people in the RCGP program, and it's like you can see it when you sit back and analyze everything. That's their new indeterminate shoot, right? Is a fucking they say you got safety concerns or you got a conspiracy or you got this or that's your new contrived shoe, indeterminate shoe, right there, man. And when you see through the smoke and the mirrors and all the bullshit that they do, and how they contrive the bogus information, they're trying to keep Pelican Bay open, because with them two shoes up there, D side and T side, that was about, I would say, 2,700 convicts to 3,000 convicts at least. And that was a huge loss for that prison. And the jobs up there in Crescent City and, everybody, the surrounding towns and stuff, most of the people worked at that prison. Well, now that you got them two shoes shut down, pretty much shut down, other than 3 or 4 buildings, and I think it holds 20. There's 24 buildings or 22 buildings. There's 22 buildings. So they designed that RCG program up there in order to keep another building, a couple more buildings open, and keep jobs up there at that prison. But they'll send us up there for information they done contrived and they done came up with and they done fabricated out of nowhere. And they're always trying to do some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But the day up there in the base, at least you know what you got. At least you know what's coming. It was always the same. And for those of us that are institutionalized, if everything happens at the same time at the same time every day, your time goes by. Passing time in a box. That's the main thing. It's time going by, and you stay oriented by time and what you're doing in that part of the day. And fucking every day, like I said before, everything revolves around your yard. But here at this place, man, there's always something. There's always something. Like they're supposed to bring our medication with our meals, or like 10 to 20 minutes before or after our meals, and they don't even do that no more, right? They don't bring our meds on time no more. They don't give a shit. They don't, like some of these cops will take a pride in their job and a work ethic. They don't do that shit no more. Not here. They don't do that shit at all, man. They want to cheat the system, sit out there in this hallway and look at each other's creases in their pants. And see who's got the better creases in their uniform for a half hour, Fuck. That's what they do here, man. And then, continue playing a little fucking retaliation games, but they don't like it. Stop being corrupt. Stop playing corrupt ass shit with me and everybody else. You know what I'm saying, baby girl? That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think they know how to.
No. It's so ingrained in them, and I think they're taught when they first come in, then they pull in the next batch of people and pull in the next batch of people, and it's so ingrained in them, it's insane, man. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Hey, baby girl, the other day we were listening to somebody talk about them level 2 guys on here somewhere, and they were clowning them or something, clowning some level 2 person. I was thinking that is that the dog?
Yeah, stop it. Come here. Good boy, come here.
So I was thinking about some of the stuff I was hearing, and this shit had me cracking up, because the level 2 guy they were talking about was talking about he was some hardcore killer in the level 2 dorm somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those are the exact dudes that make us all, that they try to paint a picture of all of us in that one picture. Because of dudes like that. They go around giving a real convict a bad name who's been there and done that. And so I heard them cracking up, and they were breaking down what he was saying, right? And, for years and years, I've heard of dudes like that, man. They give us a bad name. They give us a bad name, man, and they go around. They used to parole, and we didn't, we were up there in the Bay, in Pelican Bay for years, and these dudes are going around in the streets and hurting and burning women and burning all types of people, and for 20 years they gave the convicts a bad name, man. And it's people like that y'all need to be aware of, man. They're straight garbage, but the whole system is full of them. CDCR is full of them. They really are. And they don't do nothing to try to better themselves, but yet they want to get out there and talk all this and all that, man.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They get out of prison and they talk like how they've been there and done that, and it might work to a person that don't know nothing. That shit ain't gonna fly with people like myself and my friends, it's a shame. Well, I know if I was to get out of prison, I would never go around flaunting that I've been in prison. Who the hell in their right mind does that?
I don't know.
You know?
It's a lot. There's a lot. It's some kind of like right to passage. Like we were listening to that guy today, talking about how masculinity is like the target, and they want to emasculate everybody, and who better to take down than men who are confident in their identities, and no, they want to turn them into betas and bitches and make them out to be something that they aren't. And it goes right along with the whole debriefing and the SNY bullshit and all of that. It's like you want to take away that man's sense of masculinity and strength and leadership and turn them into, feminist cuckolds.
Fucking Meek Mouse or something like that. But just hearing that guy, the one we heard the other day talking, and then two guys narrating and breaking down what he was saying. I mean, that dude is a straight ass clown. And,
well, he, I really don't think. I mean, he doesn't need any more celebrity support than he already gives himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit had me cracking up. I mean, I was just sitting here thinking the other day, like, my God, man, why would you want anybody to know if you got out of prison that you were in prison? The whole thing is to try to, just go live your life and put it behind you and move on, right? But boy, they sure want to flaunt that shit.
Well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are out there saying that they're sharing the information to help kids stay out, but really they're glamorizing most of it. Whereas I think your approach to how fucking miserable it is in there, I don't know. If I were hearing for the first time, I'd be like, fuck that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be there. And I don't think.
Well, see, I'm not trying to.
No, you're not trying to dress it up or nothing. You're telling it as it is, and it's anything but glamorous.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Hey, Groy, I'm not trying to make a buck off people, like that.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I'm not trying to glamorize nothing, because what is there to glamorize? Sitting in a box, dependent upon a cop to eat breakfast and dinner that you can't even eat is that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up shit.
That's not cool. Let me call back. I gotta call.
And yet they wanna say how much fun it is being some kind of hero on the yard or some shit. Fucking hero on the yard. You're just another pawn in their game. That's all it is. And if you want to be the big fish in the little pond and flex up and be king of shit mountain, once you're there, you might as well make the best of it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to get there, that's for sure. And in fact, I'd go out of my way to not get there. You need violence, watch a movie, watch TV. You don't gotta live it.
Thank you for using Global Link.
Yeah, there ain't nothing glamorous about prison, boy, or being in a cell box, sleeping on a fucking hard-ass mattress, or at home, you be at home with your lady in a soft-ass memory foam mattress, Sealy Posturepedic, or whatever the hell it is.
Your mattress ain't much more than a yoga mat, is it?
Right, it's about a yoga mat. A little bit thicker, but pretty much it's not. Trust me. It's so fucking uncomfortable, and it's just not cool, man.
And then
There's nothing cool about
having had
incel,
back
period.
surgeries and having to recoup on
Yeah,
basically padded
Six
concrete.
back surgery. Right. Six back surgery. Six.
Mm-hmm.
And then having to not even getting a better mattress or, you know, they used to give us them 8-crate, those foam like 8-crate things.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they added a little contour to the
They help.
bunk, right?
They help a little. Yeah.
But yeah, they don't do that no more. They're like, nope, that's comfort. You ain't covered. Nope.
So it's not enough to take away your freedom. They have to keep you miserable too.
Right. They gotta keep you cruel. It's cruel and unusual punishment, like you wouldn't believe, really. Well, it's beyond that. It's torture. It's a form of torture. That's what it is. You know, I'd rather be home, man, and put this shit behind me, and go home and be out there with my girl, the dog, and a nice soft mattress, and a big fat steak for dinner with some baked potato and sour cream and chives on that damn thing or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
real butter,
I tell you what,
real jam, real sugar.
Yeah, real butter. Yeah, real butter, real sugar. And you know, I haven't had a damn real jelly and a real damn syrup since I left Corcoran. You know what we get here is it's called sugar-free jelly and sugar-free syrup, but it's brown water. It's water with nothing but like brown food coloring.
Sounds
Sugar-free
disgusting.
is, oh my God, it's disgusting.
Sounds
At least
like
in Corcoran you get, right, in Corcoran you got syrup and jelly that was like sugar, it has real sugar in it, and it was edible. This shit here is unedible.
Plus, they're finding that all these chemical food alternatives are very harmful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about that soybean? They linked the soybean to cancer and having making men grow breast.
Right, but
I'm not eating that shit.
They replace almost 90% of your protein with that soybean crap. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. I'd be surprised, girl, if we got any soybean. I mean, any protein. I'd be shocked. Shocked beyond. Other than some beans and some
cheese,
peanut butter.
Eggs, cheese.
Yeah, egg and cheese. But outside of that,
no real
I didn't see no protein on that damn tray tonight.
No real meat.
No real meat. We don't get no real meat whatsoever.
Except the religious ones, they'll get real meat. The kosher and the halal. And that makes no sense. Why should religion have some precedence over whether you can get proper nutrition or not?
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. I got no idea. I've even had the doctor order Ensure drinks or Boost. They're called Boost. And then the nutritionalist person shot it down and said, nope, you ain't getting it. Because you have to be under your BMI in order to get it. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Have you seen our trade? And I got a 602 on it right now. And we'll see what happens. But those Boost drinks, they have 20 grams of protein in it.
Yeah, Brand's trying to heal from surgery when he already has a compromised system because he doesn't even have all of his marrow-producing bones in his body thanks to prosthetics and getting shot.
And getting shot destroyed my left leg. It took my femur bone from my hip to my knee. It blew it up, so I got a titanium rod from my hip to my knee now. And so I don't have that bone marrow in that leg. And therefore, it fucks up my immune system. Mm-hmm. And, they used to...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
For about 12 years, they used to give me Ensure every day, Ensure drink, and vitamins. Because of that. But at Pelican Bay, they said, nope, no more, that's a wrap. 2006, when they put us in the short corridor and they started using medical as a deterrent, as a incentive to get people to debrief. They were using medical like that. They said, nope, you're not getting it no more. You're not getting no nothing like that no more. And they stopped everything. Yeah. But,
so they decided to punish you just for being punished.
Right. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what they
Do you hear
did,
that,
bro.
kids? Punished for being punished. So not only getting sent
Punished
to your
for being
room
punished.
forever, but being forced to
But
eat
you get punished for it.
nothing but liver and onions without the nutrients of the
Yeah.
liver. And
Ooh.
and
I hate liver, but I tear some liver up right now. I ain't gonna lie. I tear some liver up.
and all your favorite toys, you can forget about those. Oh, and you like going outside? Yep. Yeah, well.
Nope.
Remember what grass feels like? Yeah, well, hang on to that memory.
You'll never touch no grass again. Oh. You'll never touch no grass again.
Well, that's what they want you to believe.
I wanted to tell the people, a cool story, right? You gotta have some type of cool story, right? So, and this is real. This is real deal shit. 1999, Christmas time. Right here in New Folsom B Yard, man. I'm in B5 back then. Me and my celly reporters. White dudes were off lockdown. Everybody else were locked down because there was a big riot on the yard a couple weeks prior. And so on Christmas Day, check this out. This is true shit right here, man. On Christmas Day in the evening time, it's about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And me and my celly are getting ready to take a shower. Well, reporters, nighttime porters, morning kitchen workers. We had two jobs because everybody's locked down. And fucking the old school CO code, back then they were just correctional officers, not cops. They were guards, not cops. So back then they didn't give a fuck about nothing really. He yells up, "Hey Daniel, come here, man." So me and my celly go down there. "What's up?" He goes, "Grab these big bags, these trash bags, and grab a couple laundry bags and push this cart and let's go. We're going to go down here and clean these classrooms." And I'm like, "Man, I ain't cleaning no fucking classroom, dude. You go clean your own fucking classroom." So he tells me, "Trust me, you guys are going to want to come clean these classrooms. I'm telling you." So I'm like, "All right, let's see what this fool's talking about." Well, we push the cart down the hill and we get to these classrooms, right? And it's the closed custody classrooms. So we get down there, and earlier in the daytime, the COs had a potluck Christmas meal, and we get in there, and he goes, "Man, you guys got an hour to clean this room out, and do what you do, and put everything in that bag, And man, there was there was a whole turkey with a drumstick missing. There was a big old fucking ham, about 5 or 6 different pies, big pans of dressing, and all types of shit, man. We just start dumping them bags, right? And we put them in the laundry bag, and we took that shit back to the cell. Hey, baby girl, we had a whole bunch of shit to eat. That's the last time in prison I had some good shit to eat like that, man.
Right.
And
25 years ago. That's sad.
Yeah, 25 years ago, man. But we're in the cell, and we can't believe it. We got 5 pies, man. We got pans of stuffing, homemade macaroni and cheese, and while we were down there, we had grabbed a big old stack of paper plates. So when I came back to the cell, I had a few friends of mine, a few good dudes in the section. I made up each plate for, right? And they couldn't believe they were getting something like that, man. And I hooked the one dude up with a chunk of ham, chunk of turkey. He'd sell you a chunk of turkey and some shit. You know, just hook people up, man, and that's how it was. And then we kept the rest. And it was that damn good, man. We couldn't believe it. And that dude did us a solid right there, man. He did us a solid. You know, he was one of the old school guys from Old Folsom. You know, they came over here in '89 to open this place up. And, you know, he's retired now, but he had been around a long time, man. And he definitely did us a solid by doing that. Because that was the last time I had a Christmas dinner, any real food that was something from the streets, you know. But it was good, man. It was good.
Wow.
That's one of the memorable moments in prison, you know.
Right.
Everybody's got a story like that, I'm sure. You know, not like that, but similar. Some people might have them.
Well, I'd
But
imagine
yeah, it was
not
cool.
everybody does, but I wish everyone did. That would be cool for them,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, like you, I've heard homeboys getting cakes and pies and shit from people, and you know, but yeah, like the Christmas meal we get now, the Thanksgiving meal, the 4th of July, they take no pride in giving us nothing like that no more.
Except for that one
I-
time when you were your first hunger strike, they decided to give you a big old fat barbecued meal that you all couldn't eat. Now, come
Oh
on.
man, I'll never forget that either, man. It was 2 big old high links and a hamburger patty, and then chunks of watermelon and chocolate milk and ice cream. But they knew we were on a hunger strike. And you know what the fucked up part about it was?
Yeah,
For a
they
month
threw
or
it
two
all out.
before,
They threw it all
yeah,
out.
they put it on the TV for for the 4th of July because they knew we were starting on the 1st, and they knew they fucking put the whole menu on there for that fucking 4th of July. And it was trying to, you know, they were trying to dissuade people from getting on it, but you know, it didn't work. We still went on it. And they put the tray in front of your cell door, right there, so you had to smell it, because, you know, Pelican Bay is perforated holes.
But they would
It's not
never,
solid
ever
doors.
consider giving you a meal like that any other time, right?
Hell no, baby girl. No way. Nope. Nope. Best thing you get on these lines nowadays,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
the best food I was getting in Salinas was my homeboys was in the kitchen. You know, making homemade burritos in the kitchen and egg burritos and shit like that. Yeah, that was the best shit I got. You know, and on the main line though, but you know, if you ain't got a hook up in the kitchen, you ain't getting shit right.
Yeah.
You know, this ad fake shit.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Isn't it
All right, let me
all
call back.
isn't it all in self-feeding now? They don't even have a chow line.
Right. Well, level 4 180s is self-fed. Most level 4 270s is well, you gotta walk your chow. Let me call back.
Learn. I mean, gosh, if you're getting self-fed, no matter what, makes me think you spend a lot of time in your cell, not much in the yard. Which, whatever, you know. I couldn't imagine being in that life. I'm a retired chef. It drives me nuts because I can pretty much cook anything, and I can't cook up my man.
An incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Presa, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this, thank you for using Global Tailway.
Okay, you there?
Hey, yeah. So Paul G. Hey, Paul G. Thanks for chiming in. He wants to know, does Brant get food from canteen or any other options besides his trays in the cell? Yeah, I try to buy him a quarterly every quarter when I can, and
Yeah.
the thing is it's pretty limited, and at 30 pounds for 3 months, you really can't get a whole lot. And that's when you get to his shoes or his clothes or any electronics that he might need, like or like watches, glasses, socks, that kind of thing.
Earbuds.
But then, like, he was telling me, I gave him a little cash. I'm not. I'm not complaining here now, but I'm on disability, and I hook him up with canteen money. It's not
Mm-hmm.
much, and
Oh,
I'm
baby
just
girl.
shocked at how. Okay, so check this out. They just raised their monthly limit to 300. Why should somebody in that situation need to spend 300 a month on groceries? Well, I'll tell you why, because they keep
Because,
jacking the price. They said they lowered it, and then they
oh,
turned
yeah.
around and jacked it back up.
Yep.
Why don't you tell them about it a little
Yeah.
bit?
Okay. Yeah. All right, Paul G. Thanks for the question, man. Good question. And like my baby girl said, that we get commissary once a month, but they jack the prices so damn high now. It's insane. It's $3.40 for 8 tortillas that are stale, crumbly, tore up. Ain't even worth spending $3.40 on. They jacked these prices so high, and now they just jacked the allotted amount of what I'm eligible to get, right? And one goes with the other. Anytime they jack the prices, they let us spend more at the commissary. But half the shit ain't worth buying.
And then they don't even
It
let
really
you
ain't.
have. They don't let you have proteins, really, right? They only let you
Yeah.
have like
Right.
garbage food, like
Right.
Pop
Honey
Tarts
buns,
and
Swiss rolls,
mhm.
Pop Tarts, sugar stuff, right? And who doesn't like that when you're a convict? Most convicts got a sugar tooth, sweet tooth. Myself included. I ain't gonna lie, I like my cookies. But I could buy something like tuna fish pouches, roast beef pouches, pork pouches, something with some stuff, some substance to it. That wasn't $8, $9, $10 or $5 for a pouch of 4 ounces of tuna. I mean, my wife buys when she's able to get my packages. It helps. It all helps, man. And she does what she can, baby girl. And I thank you again, man, for everything, Mom. It's just, when you have to rely on that type of stuff, and the food you're getting on your tray is practically inedible. That's all you eat is stuff from your commissary and your package, and then once that's gone, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Like the commissary, they sell a lot of sugary foods, peanut butter wafer bars, honey buns,
crackers,
Swiss crackers, Swiss rolls, tortillas that they just upped the price range yesterday. I mean, a couple days
weren't
ago.
they selling like saltines or something? Or no, Ritz like crackers?
Yeah.
For $7 a box.
Right.
And they
Yes,
keep saying
ma'am.
our economy's getting better, but I don't see it. I compare it to
No.
what's in the grocery store, and
Right.
I don't. The only things I really buy anymore is dog food and gasoline. And that hasn't gone down.
Right. And it's still outrageous, right? Out there, it's still outrageous prices going on.
Oh yeah, no, they say it's gotten better, but it hasn't. So, Evergreen here says, "Do you still have to make movies when you get out of your cell in a situation like this?" I don't really understand the question. Do you have to make movies when you get out of your cell in a situation like this?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Are you asking, is he obligated to become like one of these YouTubers after he gets out? Absolutely not. We're not doing this like others. We're doing this.
No.
Moves, not
To
moves.
educate the public.
Oh, okay. Do you have to make moves when you get out of your cell in a situation like this? Make moves.
No,
No.
no, no way. I do what I want when I want. Period. The thing is about the prison is a lot of hype, right? And you do what you want, man. That's not breaking no rules or rules. Rules within the prison or rules within your the convict code. You don't like right here. I don't cross no lines or break no convict code whatsoever. But other than that, hey, baby girl, that question of the packages, Paul G's question was a good one, right?
Yeah.
I tell you now, let me tell you guys something, man. About 5 months ago, a box of saltine crackers.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
A box of saltine crackers with 4 rolls of crackers was $6.95. So then it went down to $2.95, and now they just raised it again to $4.95, and they just keep jacking these prices, and they said they're not going no lower, that they're all going up. So that's why they raised the maximum allowance per month of us in the ad seg and on the GP yards, but on the GP yards, man, you got a huge list. You can buy all that protein stuff, meats and good foods and, seasonings and, something that's just not saturated fats with nothing but, artificial shit in it,
Yeah,
But,
Paul says groceries are high everywhere in California, even in prison. Damn. Yeah, they are outrageous. I don't buy anything that isn't extremely marked down or extremely on sale because I just, I can't imagine spending $15 for, a burger.
That's outrageous, man.
Well, you wouldn't believe it how expensive. Like I said, I'm a retired chef. I can pretty much cook anything at all, and so I can save a lot of money. I not only can I cook anything, I can make anything taste good.
The best of it.
The worst bullshit ingredients, I can make it taste good. So,
let me get home, girl.
Yeah, right.
I need to come home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I do my best, man. There's certain circumstance, recognize, adapt, and overcome. That's my motto, man. And I try to make the best of everything, man. And my girl takes care of me as good as she can, man. And thank God for my wife, doing the best she can with me. And I know it's hell on you, baby girl. I know that it's been hell on you for 15 years, and people need to know how hard it's been for a person like yourself, a supporter of a convict going through this. It ain't just us. It affects our family, it affects my wife, my mom, my people, everybody, right?
Yep. Evergreen says, is Brent aware of any prison YouTubers, and are there any he respects outside of maybe Outlaw News?
I haven't heard many that I know or respect. I can't. If I heard people more YouTubers that are speaking the real deal truth, and I know for a fact it's the truth, and I give everybody their respect, but the snitch tubers, them dudes are liars, and they work for the IGI's agenda and corruption, and they got no respect coming, man, none.
Let's put it
None whatsoever.
Let's put it this way. Good to hear from you again, Tim K says. Thanks for letting us hear the truth. Absolutely, Tim. Listen, Evergreen, we listen to a lot of the tubers, especially when they're spilling the fresh tea, the drama that's hitting the news. We want to know, what's going on, what's really going on in the news. Sometimes we listen to some that we just find absolutely like, oh my God, this guy, he's obviously working for them, and others are like, oh yeah, he's some straight up shit. So we're not going to drop names or anything like that. That's not our style.
No way.
But if they come forward and they participate with us, we acknowledge them and we share the love, and we don't hold back on telling the truth. We just don't find it necessary to quote unquote tell the truth about what others are saying.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to. I'll say it real simple, man. Those people that are promoting prison life and prison politics and crossing lines on YouTube, I don't respect none of that. Our life is in these walls. As far as our policies and politics or whatever goes on inside of a TP prison, or prison society itself, and for people to go out there and make a penny off of a hyped up story that is probably 90% bullshit and 10% truth, I'm not with none of that, and I don't respect none of that. So I'm just gonna tell you the corrupt part of the CDCR side, the fucked up food part and shit I've lived through, and shit I've done, witnessed, and been a part of, like as far as this, what I go through in my cell, or the medical side, the 115s being fake, but these snitch tuber dudes and these people that are faking the funk, I can't tell y'all enough. Start doing your homework, man. Second guessing and second question, because not everything is true like that. I heard one guy a while back, and this dude's shit was so far out, I was just disgusted, and then he tells people they can donate some money to him. What the fuck is that, man? Really? And he turns out to be some rat snitch tuber guy, and he had my picture up on his shit, and without my knowledge, without my permission, and he's telling these war stories.
They have nothing to do with you.
Never even met me.
and the stories
have nothing to do with me.
Right.
But he's got my wait. But he's got my picture on this little video incident thing, and none of it was me. And that's the type of disinformation. That's intentional bad information being disseminated on the fucking internet about me and other of my co-defendants. That is not true. So I'm here to debunk all the fake shit.
Well, hold on a second.
I'm here to debunk.
Hold on a second. First of all, you're welcome, Evergreen, for...
You have 60 seconds
thanks
remaining.
for the solid answers. Paul G says, I appreciate Brant just letting us know what it's like inside there as far as the living conditions. I think that's more of a deterrent for people to hear than the glorified war stories. Absolutely. Absolutely, Paul.
Yeah.
That's
right on,
that is exactly what we're doing here. That's exactly our mission, to shed some light on the truth, that it's not all fun and games, and that we definitely are all about taking this experience and using it to help others maybe not have to, without the sissy la la game of trying to make it sound like, it's some big adventure. I tell you, the only
Are you
adventure.
there?
Well, yeah, I'm talking to the folks. The only adventure it's been
Okay.
is weaving through the bullshit. You know,
Right. Right.
I wanted to say also that oh gosh, oh my gosh, I had so many thoughts in my mind. That there's a lot to be said about being on the outside supporting somebody on the inside. It's not easy at all. First there's the social stigma, um and then the
Right.
outrageous expense. They're raising all those prices on the commissary. Well, who do they think is paying for it? We are the people on the
Right. It's
outside.
like punishment.
It's
It's like punishment to you
hmm
for caring and loving
Yep.
and being my support.
Right, doing the
Right.
right thing. That's right. And
You know,
profits go to the what is it, that prisoner fund, the
it's called Inmate Welfare Fund.
yeah, the inmate welfare fund, where the inmates don't see anything from it really, except maybe a Scrabble
Nothing.
game on the contact
Good.
visit yard, where we don't even get to participate. Yeah, when I do
Right.
come to visit,
Right.
it's behind glass, so it's
Okay. Let me. Okay, baby girl, listen. Let me tell these people. Let me tell them a little something real quick. Maybe give them some perspective. Okay, I can't hear nothing.
Get in here.
That dog.
Hold on.
He's being a dog. He's being a dog, folks.
Get your ass in here. Get your ass.
Hey, something so innocent as a dog barking. We go without hearing just a dog barking. Like the other day, I heard that dog, my wife's dog, crunching on a cookie, and it just like brought me all the way back to when I was home feeding my dog a cookie. Something that minute in life, you would think like, wow, it has that big of an effect. Yeah, it absolutely does. My day is not complete, folks, without hearing my wife's dog cry for a damn cookie.
For real.
It just don't feel right to me when I don't hear that dog crying for a damn cookie. It is funny. I don't know how to explain it, but it's the truth. That simple thing in life, that I've been deprived of for 30 damn years. Hearing my wife's dog crying for a cookie or smacking on a cookie, it's like, wow, man, that's where I want to be at right there, But let me tell y'all something. Being with a convict behind these walls in prison, especially the level 4 life, is an immense amount of weight on our families, our wives, and on any supporters, right? My wife comes to see me, $200-300 in gas money alone, right? Then she's got to pay for the overnight stay at a B&B, and then it's a 4 or 5 hour drive here and back, right?
Yeah.
So, you have all this pressure put on your people, my wife, or whoever's going through it. It's an immense amount of pressure on our families. And here's the kicker. CDCR knows that, right? They know that. Now, I tell you, when I was in Pelican Bay, one of my friends, his family drove from L.A. to Pelican Bay, Crescent City, top Northern California town, right up there by the Oregon border and the ocean, the coast. They drove 22 hours, spent like, I can't remember, I know it was over $1,200. They get up there on Friday, and that fucking prison locked the whole prison down, even the shoe, and canceled all visits all weekend. No refunds of the money for gas, no nothing. And they know what they're doing when they do this. Why they do this? I'll tell you why. They want to piss your people off, our families off, our wives off, our whoever, off so bad, where it just makes you guys cut us loose in prison, because they don't want us to have nothing good in these walls, man. They want us to be cut off from everything. They don't want us having nothing good. I don't care what they tell the public. It's crap. They don't want us to have anything good. The only good thing I got in 30 years that's reform and rehabilitation is just contact with my wife and my family right here on this tablet. That's it. And they still try to find ways to break my family support, my wife's support, and destroy it. Yep.
I think I've heard horror stories about visitors being messed with. I myself at one time was harassed. Yeah, I was actually held in front of everybody at a visiting on the way out and questioned by IGI, which I found out was illegal.
Right. They picked you out of a line and said, come on with us. And you had done nothing wrong, a tax-paying citizen, being lied and sweated just because you're my wife.
Right. Evergreen has a good question here. They want to know, can I ask why Brant is in the shoe ad seg and does he have a chance to get out? I've heard others talk about him for views, but never heard it from the horse's mouth.
Okay, so I've tried to get out, and I've tried to get out of the ad seg and the shoe to go to the GP, and I've tried. My co-defendants have tried. A couple of them succeeded, and it got brought back to the ad seg for nothing. But myself, I'll just speak for myself. CDCR for 9 years has...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So CDCR and IGI has suppressed my side of the story of the Salinas Valley incident, everything that went on with me in Salinas Valley. And they kept me in the shoe, cut off from all my friends, right? Okay, so you smashed the truth. CDCR had their rats and their minions and their agenda pushers disseminate their controlled narrative on what happened. Not the truth, but their narrative. So then they try to put all this pressure on me. All this pressure while I'm in the shoe, keeping me cut off from the convict society that I associate with and talk to and befriended. And now, 9 years later, 8 years later, a RICO case, 7 years, whatever, a RICO case comes into play, right? We get all this information and discovery and evidence in a RICO case. Come to find out, Brant Scoops was telling the truth. So Scoops' part of their story was legit, and the fellas that didn't have no clue that were getting lied to by IGI's minions and blah, 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 have since debriefed. Now they've been snitch tubers, they're all rats, now they're no good. And in our RICO case, we've gotten some information where they've admitted that they use these tactics in prison. They use these type of slander tactics, lies, and their smear games to try to pressure people to flip. Well, Scoops, that don't work. All I do is get angry, and I dig in. That's it. So, yes, I've tried several times. I'm waiting on DRB right now. And more than likely, they're not going to give me a fair shake, to get out to the main lines. And on shit they've created, information and games, all their bullshit, their bogus intel that they contrived and they created. No matter what I tell them, no matter what my co-defendants tell them, I've got 9 declarations by co-defendants and by fellow friends of mine inside of my file saying it's all good and that we understand what they did. And we've given evidence to them from the feds proving that our position is right. They were dirty, and they still don't want to hear it. So that's their new indeterminate shoot. It's just in a little different form. Again, it's the red lipstick on the pig being wiped off. Now purple lipstick's on that pig. So that's my answer. That's my answer.
I hope that's satisfied. Well, we don't have any other current questions.
Okay. Well,
I really
so baby girl, I mean,
appreciate you guys participating and helping.
Yeah,
getting
man.
the facts out, wanting to know what you
Right,
want to know.
Right. I appreciate all you guys, man. All your questions and facts. I mean, all your questions and statements and participating in this. And you know, before we close this out, I want y'all to ask yourselves, if you guys are lying, you know, if you go on and stand in a jury trial, right, and you under oath, the normal citizen, normal Joe Blow on the streets, you know, you go to work, and, you know, you get called as a witness or something, you get up there and you get caught lying under oath, right? I want you to ask yourself, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be probably charged with perjury, right? You know, you're going to be sweated. You're going to get charged. But yet, in our trial of my co-defendants, law enforcement were caught lying and manipulating and cheating and falsifying documents and lying under oath to a federal judge. And some of the prosecution shit was liars. They're liars. Why is there two different justice systems? You know, why you guys think that's right? You guys think that law enforcement should be able to lie and, you know, the prosecution team put a cop on the stand that they know is going to lie about a case? How's that? You know, I just want you guys to ponder that, you know, how's that justice, right? You know, and that's what they do. That's what they do. If you got me red-handed. It is what it is. I accept my responsibility. Damn, I'm gone. But if what you got is bullshit, and it's a lie, I'm going to stand up against you, man. And sometimes, like in our world, in here, it's so bizarre. I was telling my wife, about 6 months ago, you have to take a loss in order to make a win. It's the person, the average people out in society can't even understand that. In here, sometimes you have to take a loss to make a win for the future. Short-term loss, long-term win. And it's a bizarre trip, right? But, you know, I have a hard time chewing on this thing where these cops they act and forge documents and create bogus information and do people dirty with impunity. You know, total impunity, man. Total impunity. And it's so fucking wrong because, you know, they're law enforcement. They're supposed to be held above, right? They're supposed to be held above and do no harm, you know, integrity and protect society. But, man, they'll lie on society so fast, it's insane, man. And then what do you think they're going to do to a prisoner? They're going to lie on me so fast, like they've done. My co-defendant, Ronnie, and everybody else, they've done lying on and twisted shit up. I just want I want to leave that with y'all, man, and ask, you know, ponder that, man.
We got a couple more.
Perjury, no matter who it is.
We got a couple more questions.
All right.
First, Tim says, has the situation with your neighbors improved, or are you still putting up with crazies around you?
I'm still putting up with crazies, Tim. It's just as bad now, bud, as ever. I mean,
You have 60 seconds remaining. This call and your telephone number will be...
Thank you, Evergreen. We appreciate that you appreciate it. It means a lot. No, thank you. Respect to us both. Respect to you. Thanks for asking the sensible questions. He's going to come back on and I'll ask these other questions. Let him know what you said, Evergreen. Yeah, no, I'm just doodling. Just doodling for doodling's sake. Sometimes I just can't get the composition together. Sometimes I just don't feel like painting. I think I love drawing more than painting. It's just so much more convenient. But when you pull off a painting like this one here, yeah, makes me want to paint. Okay,
Okay, I'm back. Yes,
first of all,
there's crazies. It's worse than before because I'm doing these YouTube things, exposing their corruption in this building. They won't even give a motherfucker no breathing room with retaliating on me with these crazy dudes, man.
we're going to continue to do this anyways because they're going to retaliate whether you're doing it or not, right?
Absolutely. So what's the next question?
Okay, so first of all, Evergreen says, please tell Brant thank you for speaking to us and answering our questions.
Hey, right on. You're welcome. You're very welcome. And, I got no problem answering questions and telling it like it is, man. No jive talk coming from Brent. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to tell you guys the prison boogeyman stories because that's not me, man. That's not me. I'm not going to do all that.
Okay, Tim K says, have you made your U.S. congressperson? No. If the government doesn't play by its own rules, we have lost our country.
Absolutely.
Well, we got people in office like Scott Wiener and Skinner who are signing. Oh, don't even get me started on Pelosi. Like I said, I hope she drinks herself into a lifelong coma. That would be the best thing she could do for the nation. But Scott Wiener, who wrote and pressed SB 132, the allowing of systemic rape in the women's prisons. I mean, who does that? These are the people who are in control. These are the people making the rules, and it's just ridiculous.
Right.
Thank you, Evergreen.
Well, you know what?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
My writing is pure crap. My writing is pure crap too. They said they sign like they did when they were a little kid. Yeah, my handwriting is atrocious. But
hey, but let me add something to that you letting the congressmen know, the congress folks, they do know, and but they have a monetary hook into all this. They know what goes on in CDCR, right? And I guarantee you, CDCR is the biggest prison system in the United States, right? Other than the Texas system. CDCR is the biggest system in the United States. They have the most powerful union of CCPOA. It's just the Teamsters, other than the Teamsters. And they'll slip these Congress people big money under the table. They'll go play around the golf. Here's $100,000 for your budget to run again. Next time you got to, run for election. And they put judges and prosecutors in place that they want in place to keep these prisons open and full of bodies. That's the whole corrupt machine, starting again from the criminal case to the corrections part of it, man.
You want to hear?
It don't stop. It's all the way through.
You want to hear some really good background on the corruption? We just listened to a 3-hour-long podcast of Tucker Carlson with this fellow. I can't remember his name. I think it was Everett, I think.
Yeah, Everett. He's a black guy, I think. Some black guy. I don't know. I don't remember his full name, but Everett something.
So I think Everett was his last name. But anyways, he goes into how interwoven the corruption is with the Democrats and the churches. Believe it or not, the churches have been herding people into the cattle chutes, so to speak, and it's really something else.
Hey, one thing he did say I like though is how he says they want to keep us right where we're at, and they want, like for us in prison, it's like they want this beef to exist, even if you don't have no problems with nobody, right? They'll contrive something, because it's all about this money. It's all about this fake, false illusion that they're telling the public. And it's just like out there, this is a microcosm of that macrocosm out there with the politics and the political people on both sides of the aisles, right? And in here, it's pretty much the same thing, but on a smaller scale. And in here, if there's peace, it goes against what they're telling the public. It goes against, their other pay, quote, other pay, right? And, it doesn't work in their best interest, man. It just don't, no matter what they say. No matter what they say.
Yeah,
so,
no,
hey,
what we were
ready to wind this on down.
Well, hold on. You just touched on something else.
Okay.
We were talking about earlier about how they're just chomping at the bit to have some kind of conflict or beef happen. And
right.
What's driving it is they have a financial incentive. They have a monetary incentive to have problems.
Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely.
My solution is to actually become more incentivize peace. Like when you don't have a whole lot going on, that's when the bonuses should come out. Not when there's problems in the yard, because they're creating the problems in the yard. So anyway, hey, Outlaw News, good to see you. He says, preach it, brother. And we live in a prison matrix. We absolutely do live in a prison matrix.
Yeah, we do.
Fellow Everett was talking about how everything he was saying was like making me think, oh, it sounds like how the prison system's set up. And they've done everything in their power to turn our society into a giant prison. I mean, don't be surprised if Escape from LA or Escape from New York doesn't become more of a reality. They'll just cage off.
What's up, Outlaw News, man? All best to you, man. All best to Outlaw News, man. But yeah, you're right, baby girl. That movie Escape from LA with what's his name? Snake Plissken. That was a good one.
Kurt Russell.
That was a good one, man. That was a good flip. Yeah, Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely the prison system now is all monetized, man. It's like I have no say in my program no more, other than I am not debriefing. I will die before I snitch. Period. Never gonna happen. So get out of here with that bullshit. But they're gonna keep trying. They're gonna keep their fucking little games going. They're gonna keep using their JCATs. And then when someone gets hurt, it's all my fault. It's all, it's all bad. It's all, see, we told you he's a criminal. We told you he's a gangster. We told you he's a thug. We told you he's a Billy Badass or this, that, the other. No, dude, you did, but you're not telling the public how you poked me, how you're sticking that fucking stick in me in my bear cage for years after years before I actually got pissed off and showed you some teeth and got them teeth. I put them teeth to work. And, that's what they're not telling you guys, man. And for me, that's the bad part about it. It's like my wife said a minute ago, incentivize peace. Monetize peace when there's
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
When there's a stretch at the prison going, when there's no beef and nobody's getting fucked off, hey man, do a little something for your people or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. But to go around propagating bogus, contrived information that they made up and got their rat snitch tubers to push for them to try to get people hurt, harmed, or whatever, or put in this RCG program, the new shoe for life or whatever. It's fucking bullshit, man. Point blank, it's bullshit. And that's why you guys need to know it so you can be aware of it. And if a youngster out there is listening to this, man, learn from it, man. This is not the place to be.
No,
it's not the place to be.
It's not. Tim K, I totally agree. Outlaw News opened my eyes to this prison machine. Absolutely. You know, I am so grateful for the Outlaw News turning me on to the Marion the Marion complex.
Oh, yeah.
About the Groders.
Yeah, the 19. Right.
That was some awesome stuff. Thanks for putting it out there. I use it all the time. I reference it all the time.
Marion Project. Right, that was a good one, man. That was a real good one. Outlaw News. Get on, stud.
That's right.
But keep pushing, man. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing until his heartbeat stops. And I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and call this down, baby girl.
Okay.
Everybody, I send my best to the worthy, and the worthy, you know who you are, man. All the rest, hey, man, whatever. But to the worthy people and the folks that tuned in tonight, thank you, man. And if you got any comments, leave a comment or hit that like button and share this thing. Let's get more people involved in this conversation, folks. Come on now. Thank you all for your time, man. Y'all have a good night. And again, to the fathers that are worthy out there, man, happy Father's Day, all you guys, man.
Oh, yeah, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you.
Right. And, all my best to y'all. Again, take care. Till next time, man, I'll leave y'all with that. All right, baby.
All right. Thanks. Absolutely, Tim. Wardens should be paid based upon their rehabilitative results. Unfortunately, as we know, the corruption stems from them and above, and they're paid to turn a blind eye. There's some folks out there that are putting out some amazing information about how corrupt the system is, and we got to pay attention to the truth from the lies, and we all know which is which and who is who. And I thank you all for showing up. And with that, I'm going